So normally when I got on the computer today to update you, I would be telling you about my ultrasound for cycle day 4. Normally at this time of the month, I would be, but as you can see from my title of the video, that things are a little different this cycle. Now you know, at least I'm going to tell you. So if you did not watch my last video, you will not know, but now you do, that my cycle did not end with the BFP. We are on to cycle 17 of TTC, and this last cycle was probably the hardest cycle I've ever experienced. I was starting to have some signs like 4 to 5 days before AF that pointed to AF, and then I did take a test Friday morning, which would have been cycle 14 DPO, and it was negative. And the Wednesday before that, so 2 days before, on 12 DPO, I had a major breakdown. I literally had about a 30-minute breakdown, and I just cried on my husband. I cried on him, and he just held me, and he talked to me, and we talked, and I sobbed, and it was the first time that that's ever happened, I'm pretty sure, of while we've been trying TTC. That's like the first time I had a meltdown over TTC. And we prayed about it, and we talked about it, and I came to the decision, because I finally convinced myself and was able to come to the decision that I wanted to cancel the doctor's appointment that I had for today, and therefore, like, not seeing the doctor at all this month, you know, as far as IUI, Clomid, ultrasound, etc. So that's what we're doing. We're taking a break. I'm not doing OPKs. I told my husband that if I am tempted, he may have to hide them, because it's really easy to say now on cycle day 4 that I am not doing OPKs. I mean, it's easy to cut myself off from, you know, ultrasounds, doctor's appointments, that's included ultrasounds, you know, all that stuff that has anything to do with like timing or finding out what my cycle is doing, because this last cycle was really hard. As I mentioned in previous videos, I had 5 mature follicles that were between 18 and 33, I believe, millimeters. So they were huge follicles. There was no reason that they wouldn't all ovulate based on their size. I did get my progesterone checked at 10 days past ovulation, and it was a 27.6. So it was only almost a 28, which is amazing for ovulation, meaning, yes, I did ovulate, definitely ovulated at least one, and it was really good. And I had so much hope on that, even though I knew that it doesn't mean that all 5 follicles were going to release an egg. It doesn't mean that my progesterone was going to stay up, but I had so much hope, and everybody was encouraging me and praying for me and thinking of me, and I'm so grateful for that. But I broke. I broke when AF was coming. I had my heart set on this cycle, and it just broke me. So, I mean, I just need a cycle where I don't know the numbers. I don't know how many follicles I have. I don't want to know anything, because I just want to focus on me and Tim. I want to focus on our marriage, on our relationship with each other and with God. And I just feel like this is a good time, because I've been praying for God just to show me, like, where do I need to do? What path do I need to take? You know, show me a sign, like, let me know. And I think that me having peace of not knowing and not going to the doctor, I think that was his way of telling me to take a break, because he gave me the peace I needed to be okay with that. And thank God of that, because otherwise I would just be biting my nails, like, oh, what's going on inside of my body? Like, what's happening? I need to know if I'm ovulating. It's crazy. So we're going to take a break, at least this cycle. And another reason I made that determination is because last time I took Clomid, I had a huge cyst, and it took 2 cycles for it to get under the 14 millimeters that they require it to be before they give you more medicine. So I said, you know, like, we're paying 50% of each of my appointments. An ultrasound cost us $127. And then you have to go back for, you know, other appointments, which also cost a lot of money. And I said, why not give ourselves a break when we know we probably are going to have a cyst, because I've had the same symptoms of the cyst that I did last time. And save ourselves the money and then at the same time get a stress break. Like, honestly, guys, it's crazy what your mind and body goes through when you are TTCing. Like, you never know. Like, I never thought about that, spoke about it, like, before. Like, I never even knew there was such thing as TTC or infertility. Like, that sounds completely ignorant, but I mean, of course, I knew people had problems getting pregnant. Like, before I tried to get pregnant, I'm not saying I didn't know what infertility meant. Like, hello. Most people know what infertility means or fertility means. But I did not, definitely never thought I was ever going to go through that. I never thought that I would have problems. Mostly because I have a humongous family, meaning everybody in my family is pretty fertile. My mom has 5 kids. My oldest sister that has kids, she has 3 kids. It's like, obviously there's not like a family gene that's being passed down to me causing it. I'm just special. And that's okay because God has a plan for us. And, you know, part of his plan is me going through fertility issues of just having to wait and wait and wait and wait. And another reason also it was easier for me to decide, I think, than some people is because I know that I still have a really good chance of getting pregnant not seeing a doctor. I mean, I know that my fallopian tubes can get the egg from point A to point B. I don't have blocked fallopian tubes. I had an HSG done showing that. They also said my uterus looks fine. You know, they know I have tons of eggs. They see each time they do a cycle, beginning of the cycle check, that I have plenty of follicles on each side, and they can definitely tell I'm ovulating just based off of my OPKs being very consistent. They did the ultrasound and see that I did, you know, I responded really well to Clomid, which means if I have 5 or 6 follicles in there, whether they're all mature or not, then I'm most likely maturing at least 1 good egg each month on my own. I know my progesterone levels are good, so, you know, I know we can get pregnant on our own, and in the past, I was just in a fit, and I couldn't stand to think of wasting 1 month not going to the doctor. Things, and I know that if he wants us to get pregnant this cycle, he will make it happen, like, whatever. God's already at the finish line. He already knows everything that happened between here and here because he knows our life. Like, he created our life. He knows every single second of our life. So he already knows what's down here, even though we're still trickling along here. He knows what's going to happen. He knows how many babies we're going to have. He knows our babies already. Like, we pray for a baby, but he knows what our baby already is, what it looks like, its characteristics, what it's going to do when it grows up. Like, he knows everything. And that's very, very comforting to me, just to know that whatever we pray for between here and here, or sorry, backwards, here and here, you know, he already knew. He already knew every prayer we would make, every prayer we would ask for. He knows what we want, what we need. He knows how to fulfill our hearts. And he's going to do that. I know that he will do that for Tim and I, and we both have that faith, and that's what helps us through. And even though so I just want to encourage everyone, if you, whether or not you are, you know, a Christian or you're religious, like, you don't have to have the same exact views as me, but I strongly encourage you to look up a infertility devotional and just read the first day. Honestly, read the first day. I guarantee you're going to want to read more because I read one that just told a friend of mine that she contacts me through email. She watches my channel as well. I just told her about this plan because she's really discouraged right now, which, again, we all go through, including me. And I told her about this one. It's called Infertility Encouragement from Sarah's Laughter. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well. Wow. Yeah, it's not coming through very well on here. But this happens to be on the Holy Bible app, which you can see there. It's a free app on Android or iPhone. You don't have to do it on your phone. You can look it up on the computer. But Infertility Encouragement by Sarah's Laughter is one of the ones that's my favorite I've read so far. I'm looking into 2 of them. I encourage you guys to go just look at it, read it. Just even 1 or 2 days, I guarantee it's going to make you feel better and give you a different perspective on infertility, no matter what you're going through, IVF, IUI, you know, just unexplained and you're trying at home, like, no matter what you're doing, it'll reach you, it'll touch you, I guarantee it. So Instagram, I may not have like a mid-cycle TTC update, but I will definitely keep updating on Instagram. So if you want to keep track of me this cycle, I definitely recommend excuse me, I definitely recommend checking my Instagram out, which is in the info description box below. So thank you guys so much for watching and following our journey, and we do appreciate the thoughts and prayers, and please continue to do so, and we will keep you in our thoughts and prayers as well. So have a great day, guys. Hope you have a good week. Bye.